All right, welcome back to Terrible at Fishing, also known as Terrible at C&C, although I am learning a lot. So what I'm going to show, for those that want to learn how to um, make a cribbage board, because they're fun. So let's go to it. Okay, so we're going to make me a little, and then we're going to go to a program that's actually really simple to use. And let's see, let's get this down a little farther. There we go. All right, here we go. There we go, and voila. I think we can just do that. All right, so this is a program called Easel, Easel. And there's a lot of programs out there, but we're going to just basically, you get a 1 month free trial with the Pro, but you don't have to have Pro to use it. It is an online software. It is not a portable software, so it's not going to be on your computer. It actually is all on the web. A lot of people hate that, but I like the fact that it's easy, and the non-pro version is free. So, and these C&C programs can get pretty pricey, ridiculously so. So, this is a cribbage board that I made for this. So, this piece of wood here. Now, this right here is one I've already made. So what we're going to do is just make a cribbage board. So first we're going to put down how big our board is. But let's say it's just 8 by 8. And it's it's 1.5 inches thick. All right, that's how you do it right there. You could choose different boards, different types of acrylic, all sorts of stuff. But that's it. So, and then it puts it on your screen right here. Now, this is my workable area here. It's my workable area. Because I have a 3018, which is, you can hit millimeters here. It goes to 180 and 300. So, this is my workable area. Now, I could tile it and expand it. Now, I'm going to add an extension to mine, so it'll go to 360 by 300. So, basically like 12 by 13 inches. 300 is about 12 inches. So, now, if you know anything about crib, it's 120 holes plus one for the winning peg. Okay. And then we also keep a winning track here. Now, the reason being is that these games can go rather quick, and we're going to run several laps in order to compete against somebody. And there's a starting gate right here. So what we're going to do is just take a circle, just like that. We're going to lock the dimensions, and I found that we're going to go millimeters. 3.4 millimeters. Just type 3.4, and that makes it round. Voila. We have our first hole, and notice it's over here. And I like to go down to about 8 millimeters. So, and we're going to do what's called a clear pocket. Clear out the pocket. So, just makes it a hole. So now we're going to take this over here, and you can zoom in. And what we want to do too, oh, actually, we're going to do it a different way. So you can do it this way, and one hole, copy, paste, copy, paste. But what we could do, this is better. We're going to just make a rectangle and go into the apps. And down here in the apps, holes on path. Select it. This right here, hole diameter, we want 0.4, 3.4, and depth, we want 8 millimeters. And as for the spacing, now we can change spacing lots of different ways, but we're going to change spacing to about 6, I think. And it gives you a little sort of an image right up in here. So now hit import, and there we go. Now we're going to take our rectangle away, and we're just going to select the ones that are in the middle down here and delete them by hitting delete. And then we're going to take these and we're going to put them right next to that. Now, cribbage boards are grouped in 5s. So we're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get rid of the 6th row. 1, 2, 3, or column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we don't, we can actually keep these if we want. And we're going to stick these. We got to have a starting gate, right? We got to have a starting gate. So we're just going to grab those and pull them down. I hear you, babe. And that's our start. And that is our bottom row. Now, how do you make a turn? Now, I thought about freehanding it a couple times, and I tried their circle one, this one. So let's try it because, I did try it before. So let's go over here. We'll go to there it is. Bam. Now spacing for 3.4. I hear ya. So there's our circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's our 5. Now what we could do is just do this and get rid of the circle, and we get rid of those 3. Now we got 5. But notice they're just not perfect, are they? So what I have done instead of that is that I grab 2, copy, and paste. Just Control-C, Control-V. And then turn it just a little bit using that top pin right here. I hear you. He's such a complainer. That's Bella. And then you're just going to keep doing this. Control-C, Control-V. We need to make 5. And voila. We have a nice turn right there. Now what we could do, we need to make a little bit more of a space there, so we want to keep an eye on that edge too, because we don't want to get too close to the edge. So we're going to move that back over here. All right, good. So this is our first line. I'm going to let my cat out. Be right back. Okay. You shouldn't have wanted it down here if you didn't want to stay down here. Okay, so that's our first, rotation right there. So what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 124. Okay. We need 124 of these. So you're probably thinking, Mike. So now what I can do is just take copy and paste this. And now, see that? Look at that. See that? That's pretty good, huh? We got a lot more to go. We have a lot more to go. Now, we can only do this for so long. We're going to take this so now we've got it coming back onto it, and we're going to try to create a track in and out of here. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're halfway there. That's 12 is halfway. We need 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. So we're going to take this. And we're going to take this curve. It's not as hard as you think it is once you figure out some of these things. But we're not going to have enough room for another track, so we're just going to snake this one. That's what we're doing. We're going to snake it in order to create more room. See that plus, you've got the grab for the rotation. And the crossed arrows gives you the grab to move it. You don't have to hit Control Copy all the time, but it helps me to continue the thought. That's all of the line there. So what do we got? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Look at that, guys. we are at 24, which gives us a total of 120. Now, I got this little dot over here, so we're going to put that there. So, kind of a fun little track, isn't it? Now, the fun thing, too, about all of this is that what I can do, too, is create a pocket. Okay, so now we have all of our holes on our cribbage board. We might want to put a pocket for our pieces, so we can actually build a pocket. Right, let's say we want to put our pocket right here. So there's our pocket to put our pieces. And 15 millimeters, I don't know, wouldn't go 10 millimeters. 1 centimeter deep works good to me. Clear out the pocket, so we're good. Now, we also, I told you that these games get competitive, and one lap just doesn't do it. So we're going to take a copy of a 5, and we're going to put it here. But we're going to put more because, you know what? Once you get involved, it's just the way it is. So there is our cribbage board right there. That's pretty good, huh? That's a pretty good looking cribbage. Now, you can carve lots of other things in here if you want. So you could put numbers right here to keep tab, but I'll do that on my laser. So I'll put that on my laser, and then my laser can't cut a cavity. And up on top, I could put, let's say, the word cribbage, or again something I would put on my laser. And then games won here, and winning peg here. So. And then start here, right down here. But that is it 8x8? Yeah, 8x8. Actually, it's 8x7. It's a 7x8 cribbage board for what we call a 2-lane cribbage board, because there's 2 lanes all the way around, and it looks cool, doesn't it? I think it looks cool. So that is on easel, and you don't need Pro for this. You don't need Pro for this. I'm still within my trial period. You can do this on the free easel. And then on my laser, I'll go ahead and put the block in there, the board, and then do that. All right, that was the doctor, so I had to put you on to nurse, actually, because I had a stroke on Friday. So stuff. You guys know me. Stuff. I'm always in the hospital. All right, so where were we? We were on this. So this is actually pretty cool. And again, you saw how easy it was. In just a few minutes, we were able to make a cribbage board of a unique design. And I love having the racetrack do all sorts of things instead of just up and down. I like making it go in circles, and like this one, it's a 2-track. It just goes around and around and around, and then in there, and then you can see right down in here is our count for games won, our winning peg here. I can do some fun things with graphics on this one if I want, which I will, and I do. So. And then this one right here, very, very simple. I would suggest, if you guys buy a CNC machine, so this right here is called, this is Sane Smart's little area here, and they make a lot of CNC machines. Now, personally, I ended up getting I don't know which one I got. Which one is it? It's not even here anymore. It's got to be here. Oh, these are lasers. I got to go to CNC. Because that's their new one. Cubico. That's their new one. And then I got the 3018, this one. So you can see, I mean, you could get these on sale. You know, this is $242. This is the CNC. And it's a good little machine. Now, there are things that you're going to want, to buy with it. I'm going to extend this out. And then you might want to get a more powerful motor. There's lots of them out there. My goodness. I mean, even these guys have a more powerful motor for, $28 or something like that. Let's see, CNC, laser, spindle, and stepper motors. So these are different motors that they have that you could put on there. And so like this right here, this cordless trimmer, this slips right out of here. You buy this with this, and you've got yourself a router in it. That's wireless, but here's one that's wired, and it's a 1 to 1.25 horsepower. Basically, it's a Makita. So, it's just that's insane. So anyway, you can upgrade it. That's another nice thing. Extend the bed. You can do a lot of things, but simple things, boom, you're there. I like it. I like it a lot. So there we go. And let's see, what do we call display capture? Boom and boom. And here I am. Make me big again, Michael. There I am. I'm big again. But that is how you would take something as simple as a block of wood. I think the hardest thing besides learning software, is clamping it down onto that thing. And, the clamps are wonky. So, I'm looking into some, clamps that have teeth, because I don't want it up on top. I want a very low profile clamp. And, you could do that with these other clamps you can get on Amazon and stuff. So there are some better clamping. When this thing goes down onto the bed, for the CNC to do, it'll want to walk on it. So you got to clamp it down really, really tight and make sure there is no give on that. So I try moving it and stuff and make sure there's no give. But now you can basically take this. Now, the program I showed you is a 2D program, and there are 3D programs which allows you to make relief carvings inside wood. I haven't done that yet, but nice thing about wood burning, laser, basically you're doing it. If I added more power to this, it would have more relief in here. Now, I will want to do that, I think, with CNC in time. That's another thing. But just how to make a cribbage board on easel, which is free. You saw how easy it was. You can run the simulation on that. And if you're wondering how long it would take, it would take, let's see what it says, 2 hours and 26 minutes, which is about what it would normally go. 2 hours, 26 minutes. Now, you could go with the standard carve settings, the cut settings, but what I do is I slow it down a little bit. So I'll go into manual. Here, let me show you. It's something that I've just recently discovered, by the way. And display capture, I'm going to put me over. And so over here on the right side of it, let's see, we did it. All right, so boom, and back. All right, so over here, right there. You just a little bit bigger. But this right here, you go over here to cut settings, go to manual, and because I have a fairly small motor, I will move this down to 600 millimeters per minute. My plunge rate, and you could play with this. I mean, this is what it recommends, 200 millimeters per minute, and then depth per pass, 0.5. Now, and then my spindle only goes 10,000. That's it. So, this right here, is what it is. And then your plunge, this is your vertical plunge. So, there you go. And that is, this'll put less stress on your motor, less stress on the bit. You get better bits, faster drill. Faster motors, faster drill. So it just, this right here is just a way to play it safe. This machine's not going to, you're not going to get, it's just simple. It's just simple. So, but I like to slow down the cut settings with this machine, and maybe later if I put that 1 horsepower motor spindle on it, and then with a really nice bit, then I could just speed this thing up, cut the drill time down by 2/3, and that's how fast these things can just go bzz, 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 and just you can go nuts. In fact, I mean, this right here is going depth per pass is 0.5 millimeter. Now we're going 8 millimeters. That's 4 passes. So it's going bzz, 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 and it's going a little deeper. And then when it gets down there, it's going to hone it out to the size of 3.4 millimeters. I'm using a 1/8 inch bit. So you could go in here, and I'm using a double fluted bit. Now that's something else too. The Pro, you can add bits. In the free version, you got to sort of go with these. So it's what can you do? What can you do? So, but that is that. We'll do some editing on this because wife came in, doctor called. I know. We just, it's just the way it is, huh? I was in the hospital. All right, guys, that is how to do a cribbage board. And I like the fact that easel is just, there's a button that says carve it. It sends it right over to it. You don't have to save it to file. You don't have to take it, load it onto a flash drive and then take it over to the machine, and that's a bother. It's just a bother. So I'm going to learn more and more and more and more, but we'll see how this ends up. But we will see you guys in the next video.